And we're back. Kevin Trudeau here. Everything they don't want you to know about. Thanks for joining me. KTRadionetwork.com, broadcasting all around the world. With me is David Icke, calling in from the UK, the foremost authority on... talk about a fortune teller, and he's not a fortune teller, but the guy's prophecies and accuracy about what is going to happen has been spot on, right all across the board in his books. What he said is going to happen, when it's going to happen. The guy is really tuned in to what's occurring around the world. DavidIcke.com is his website. That's D-A-V-I-D, David Icke, I-C-K-E.com. He speaks all around the world, and he has a lot of great books and other information, so visit his website. David, right before the break, we were talking about why a one-world government, one-world army, one-world currency is a bad thing. Because a lot of people I talk to actually say, well, the current system isn't working. So what's wrong with a one-world currency or one-world army? I mean, maybe we wouldn't have any wars.
That's a very good point there, Kevin. The present system isn't working. Under problem-reaction solution, which is the prime mass mind and emotional manipulation technique, fundamental to it is having the problem that the system isn't working. Because if the system was working, then people would say, if it's not broke, don't change it. There's no need to change society and change the way we do things because they're working. And as I was saying before the break, this is very, very important in terms of the United States. I've been saying for years now that the plan is to use America to destroy America. Why do they want to destroy America? Because if you are a world government dictatorship, you cannot have independent superpowers that can say no financially and militarily to your diktats. You can't have them. They've got to go. And what they've been doing is using America, because the center of this web at operational level is in Europe, and America has been mercilessly used, and the American people have been mercilessly used to advance this agenda while self-destructing. So you look at the American economy and all the outsourcing and the destruction of manufacturing industry and all these things. That was all planned a long, long time ago. You look at the way that America has been extended so massively militarily, and now you look at the way Greenspan and his cabal out of the Federal Reserve and in the Federal Treasury Department coordinated the crash of the American economy, and it's far, far worse than they're telling. What they're doing at the moment is kind of trying to kid people that it's not things are turning around and we've bottomed out and all this stuff. What they're doing with that is drawing more people in to invest more money and stuff, and then they're going to take that when they crash it big time in stage 3. So the idea is to destroy America so America loses its ability to say no to the world government dictatorship. And that's what we're seeing unfolding before our eyes.
Where does Obama fit into all this?
Obama's probably, one of the most...
is he a Manchurian candidate? I mean, does this guy think on his own, or is he completely manipulated, or does he feel he has a gun to his head where he has to follow and obey?
Well, Barack Obama, I was writing about him quite a long time ago, and I got right at the peak of his, Obama's the new Messiah type feel in the election campaign, and I got a lot of criticism from people who should know better, saying, no, this guy's different. Well, he's not different. What Obama is the solution version of a presidential version of problem-reaction solution. They brought Bush in, and through his period in office, because he was just signing the checks and signing the documents, he wasn't deciding anything, of course, but he was put in there and the cabal around him to create problems for 8 years, which he did. And just before his period in office ended, we had the financial crash. The idea of Obama, and this is why he's one of the most dangerous presidents, perhaps even the most dangerous president in American history, is that he's been brought in as Mr. Solution, because at the end of the Bush administration, we had problems and we had a reaction to the problems from the public, which was fear, outrage, concern about the way their lives and their world was going. And along comes Mr. Smile, reading David Axelrod's words off the teleprompter to sell the solutions to the problems that had been created. And I said in these articles before he actually went into the White House that he is going to come in and he's going to introduce the solutions to the problems that are going to advance this agenda. And right across American society, that's what he is doing. He is passed climate change legislation. Notice they call it climate change now and not global warming because temperatures are falling. He's brought in climate change legislation which will allow people, authorities to be able to go into people's houses and do energy checks with thousands of dollar fines if you refuse. And he's far from withdrawing from Iraq. He said that there's going to be a massive presence there indefinitely. He's increased the troops and activity in Afghanistan. He's done exactly what was required by the people behind him in terms of the economy, where he's thrown all this fantastic amounts, trillions of dollars at the banks and the economy in this stimulus package, quote, where people don't even know where the money's gone. So he has done, Kevin, everything that is necessary to advance the solutions to the problems. And this fascist dictatorship, the destruction of America, is going to get faster under Obama even than it was under Bush.
Well, hold on to that thought. We're going to take a short break. You're listening to Kevin Trudeau at KTRadioNetwork.com. We're with David Icke calling in from the UK, and we got some more predictions about what's going to be happening. Stay with us because the guy's virtually always right. And we're back. Kevin Trudeau here, KTRadioNetwork.com. Thanks for listening. David Icke is my guest. Man, this guy's good. David, again, thanks for all the time, and thanks for calling in, because the insight that you have is just really, really brilliant. And if you want to meet David personally, he speaks all around the world. You should read his books. Go to his website, davidicke.com. That's David Icke, I-C-K-E, davidicke.com.
Yeah, I'm coming to America, actually, in a few weeks.
Oh, are you? Whereabouts?
Yeah, I'm going to be talking in Bellingham in Washington State, midway between Seattle and Vancouver on October the 4th, Santa Fe on the 11th, and then Phoenix on the 17th.
Oh,
so
good.
That should be interesting, because I think a lot of things are going to be kicking off around that time.
Yeah, now let's talk about Obama again and these presidents. Is Obama doing this on his own, or did somebody have a gun to his head, or did he go into this basically a puppet on the string? I mean, explain to me what his motivation.